Good afternoon from Fairfield here at Rafferty Stadium as the Fairfield Prep Jesuits prepare to take on the Lawmen of Jonathan Law High School in this CIAC boys soccer matchup. My name is Pierce Grams. I'm joined by Jaden Martins on mic this afternoon. It's a bit of an early one here at Rafferty, 3:45, so should be a sunny and good day for some soccer Friday afternoon. Now, the Jesuits coming off of an incredibly strong victory against their SCC rivals, the what is that? Jesuits preparing to kick off. As we were saying, they had a very strong victory against their SCC rivals, Wilbur Cross. They lost to them at the beginning of the season, and they came for revenge this past Tuesday, winning 7-0, which was an incredible victory for them after a fairly weak start to the season with that loss. So they'll hope to continue their winning streak here. Just a few moments. They have not lost at Rafferty this season. They've won 2, tied 1, so they'll see how they can handle this one. They are certainly the stronger team coming into this afternoon. Jonathan Law 0-7 on the season. They have not won a single game home or away, so Jonathan Law not looking too good. They are 42nd in the CIAC, 19th in SCC, last place. They have not won. This is their first time playing prep since the 2022 season. They didn't win then either. Last year they made it to the quarterfinals, the Class L tournament. They were the 21 seed. They actually made it fairly far. Won the first round 4-1 against New London. Second round 2-1 against East Haven. They lost the quarterfinals 2-0 against Cheshire. But this season they have actually been reclassed into Class M, not Class L. They have gotten smaller and they seem to be struggling. So they'll hope to turn their season around here today. Tie or a win would be fantastic for them. And, of course, the Jesuits wanting to maintain their winning record at home. And here we go. Jonathan Law kicking off. Immediately a long ball, far too much on that one for any of the forwards to reach, to the hands of Nick Mazzarella. He's starting in goal today, which is a change from the usual Evan Ambrosio. So he'll get some good playing time today. And Jesuits looking like they're going to be pretty strong. We'll see how that turns out. Berg now. Milano scoring 2 goals last game, so we'll see if he can get any more tonight. Patrick Flynn. Franchini. Carson Williams on the left side.
I think the Jesuits really want to start a streak here of wins because they kind of have to make the SEC playoffs, you know.
Yes, certainly. I think talked to some of the soccer players before the game today. Sounds like the coach is looking for some very strong victories from his team in coming weeks leading up to the end of the season. They want to put on the gas for the next 2 or 3 weeks. Their final game is on the 18th here at Rafferty. It's their senior day against Hamden, and we'll see at that point. It's in the box now. Berg, a little bit of too much height on that bounce there, so he's unable to get a shot off. He'll be looking for a pass now. Milano's open. Back to Wilson. Connor Day. Williams. Gomez trying to get through. He's doing a good job there. Dispossessed. Jonathan Law not doing a great job clearing there. That comes off of Williams. It'll go right back to the Jesuits. Playing it out of the back now. Here's Day to Berg. Plenty of options. Looking for Patrick Flynn. Ends up with Gomez. Coutinho tries to get a shot off there. It's blocked. Looks like the ref will stop the clock here.
I believe it's the same lineup the Jesuits have started with in the last game against Wilbur Cross. No changes for Coach Joel Rodriguez. No changes needed, really. After a 7-0 victory. Statement win.
Yeah, one of the interesting parts of this formation here is particularly the lineup. As we said, player of the game last time around was Griffin Milano. He normally plays as a right back, but currently he seems to be playing as a right winger. We came into the Wilbur Cross game a little doubtful of that positioning change, but turned out to be a pretty good one because he scored 2, got 1 assist. Last game was just a storm of goals for the Jesuits. Coutinho with an absolute rocket from almost the midfield line. Callum Wilson with 2 as well.
2 headers.
Jaden Hilton got a hat trick of assists. So all in all, a fantastic night last Tuesday, or this past Tuesday, for the Jesuits. And they'll hope to improve here. Berg. Jonathan Law not doing a terrible job at defending so far, but Jesuits, of course, have a strong offense, so we'll see how long the Law defense will last against them. Coutinho now with 3 men on him, cleared away by Jonathan Law. It'll be a throw-in for the Jesuits. Patrick Flynn to Hennessy, and that just goes over the touchline, so it'll be a throw-in for Jonathan Law.
Jesuits already showing their dominance against Jonathan Law here. Jonathan Law yet to reach the Jesuits' half, I believe.
Yeah, they're likely going to be forced into a lot of long balls here today. The Jesuits are really great at defending these shorter passing situations, and they certainly have players like Fabian Gomez who are able to just get by everyone. Coutinho with a chance. It's blocked by the goalkeeper. That's the Jesuits' first real chance of the afternoon. It's a pretty tight angle for Coutinho there, but he certainly has a powerful shot. Santersola now. Coutinho again from far out. Not a lot of power, but the rebound is there. Hennessy brings the Jesuits to 1-0. 5 minutes into this one. Jesuits already leading, as we expected. Not a lot of power on the shot from Coutinho, but the goalkeeper really did not do a great job of keeping his hands on that one, and it fell right to the feet of Braden Hennessy, who tapped that in.
I believe it's his 3rd goal of the season.
Yeah, keeper really had to do a better job there of just holding on to that ball. It was a good save, but the rebound ultimately resulted in the goal, and we are back underway. Jesuits up 1. Santersola moving forward. Gomez now on the left wing. Trying to get to Coutinho, but that is kicked away by Law. To Berg now. Looking for it from far out. It's intercepted by Law. Williams. Gomez. Good footwork there by Fabian Gomez. Getting into the box. Was looking for Patrick Flynn there, but last-minute interception by Law saved a promising chance for the Jesuits. Throw in by Williams to Gomez. Law clears away. No one is forward for that, and that'll go beyond the touchline. It'll be a Jesuits throw-in.
Doesn't really seem like Law have much hope of getting a result here at all. Every time they get it, they just boot it up to nobody.
Looks like they're playing a fairly conservative formation here. They got a lot of guys in the back line. They know that this Jesuits offense is threatening and talented. And they're not going to want to be conceding goals too much, but unfortunately they already have conceded 1. Berg to Milano. Milano crossing it in. That'll be cleared away. No one really there for that pass. That'll be off Hennessy to take the throw in to the heads of Jonathan Law, and that'll be called offsides by the official, so it'll be a Jonathan Law free kick.
I hope we get to see some fresh faces today, some players that we haven't seen get on the field in a while for prep.
Well, it'll certainly be interesting to see because obviously many teams in this situation against a team who they feel very confident winning, they come into this and play some bench players who they don't normally play, but Coach Rodriguez not taking his foot off the gas, as we said. He is going into this with the full intent of just getting every single point out of this game they can. So their starting lineup hasn't changed since the last game. Gomez now on inside. His pass is deflected. That'll go behind. Looks like he got the last touch there, so it is called as a goal kick. Gomez not too happy with that call, but the official deems it to be so.
And it's a Jonathan Law goal kick. They've already opted to make a substitution.
That goal kick is very low, and it'll end up with the Jesuits once more. Milano facing some pressure. Santersola is open. Now Hennessy's open. He passes to Flynn. To Williams now. Williams with space. Gets the cross off at the last second. It's not out. It'll go back into the middle. Logan Berg now just getting by his man there. No troubles at all. Milano. Looked like he was trying to shoot there, but he didn't get anything. Here's Coutinho. That's tackled at the last second there. A lot of last-ditch defending here from Law. Jesuits have looked like they're ready to shoot from outside the 18. They know they can do so, and they can get some goals out of it. So, as we said, Law not messing around. They're not playing a very high line today.
Yeah, too many people around the box for prep to handle. It's hard to operate with not a lot of space there.
Flynn now from the defending third of the Jesuits. Gomez on the left wing. Looking for Santersola. He's going to have to fight for it. He's using his speed a little too much, but that'll be a deflection off Law. It'll be the Jesuits' first corner kick of the game.
Looks like it will be Fabian Gomez to take the corner.
Jesuits crowding the goal here. They're going to try to confuse the goalkeeper a little bit. That cross is straight to Berg. That's just going to go right over, though. He wasn't too happy with himself there, but a good look by Fabian Gomez to get a very accurate cross to Logan Berg. He just was not able to get the finish. Patrick Flynn now. Tackled by Jonathan Law. Jonathan Law now with their first chance forward here. Williams defending. He clears it out. That'll go over the touchline. Jonathan Law using the momentum. They're going to throw it in. Only 3 men forward. Not a ton of urgency from Law here. They're already down 1-0. 10 minutes into the first half. So plenty of time for them, but certainly concerned. Looking for a Jonathan Law left winger there, but keeper will come out, claim it with ease. Milano now on the right wing, not defense rushing back. Looking for a pass. Gomez was open, but it's intercepted and kicked forward by Jonathan Law. That'll fall to Williams. Williams will try to let it out, but he has forced to keep it in the end. Connor Day now. To Berg. Not a lot of urgency from Jonathan Law there. There was ample time for him to intercept that pass. He didn't move at all. Got to be asking questions about that decision. This will go behind the goal line. Jonathan Law, goal kick to come. So far, these Law players are looking tired and not too concerned, which is an interesting place to be in. Of course, as we mentioned, they do not have a win this season nor a tie. They've lost all of their games. They're obviously going to be looking for a win here today, but that'll go to the hands of the keeper.
Seems like Colin Hartsburg, the first man Coach Rodriguez has called to warm up. He'll be back after missing the game against Wilbur Cross with the sickness.
Milano. Berg now, a little bit of pressure, but his defender backs off. That's intercepted, but poor touch there from Jonathan Law. It'll be a Jesuits throw-in. Callum Wilson now looking for a crossing option. That deflects off of Law to Patrick Flynn. Xander Solo was looking there. That'll go wide. Looks like the official made some sort of call there. Not sure what it was, but Law making yet another substitution here. Yet another very low goal kick here from the Jonathan Law goalkeeper. Berg was looking for a pass to Coutinho there. It was intercepted. A lot of interceptions from the Law defense, but they're really not able to capitalize on any of their defensive plays so far. Jesuits backline doing a great job to keep the pressure on. Williams looking for a shot, and it's almost in. I think the entire stadium thought that was surely a goal for just a moment, but it was ultimately a few inches too wide, but completely beat the keeper there on the far post. That was a bit of a scare for Law. Definitely don't want to go 2-0 down in the first half, but for now they are safe.
Fullbacks seem to be given more freedom to go higher up the pitch here today. Braden scoring a goal, Carson almost scoring a goal. It's a Jonathan Law throw-in.
Very high on that one. It'll fall to Connor Day. He passes back to the goalkeeper, Nick Mazzarella. Also one of our football commentators playing on the field as well as announcing some football. We'll be back away at West Haven next week. Football team is away tonight at Shelton. That game is not being live streamed by us. However, next week will be. And that promises to be a very good matchup between the Jesuits and West Haven Blue Devils. Rematch of the state semifinals last December. We lost that one. So the Jesuits will be looking for their revenge next week. But for now, Jesuits soccer team doing a really good job here at home at Rafferty Stadium. Gomez now in the middle. Coutinho had some curve on that one, but intercepted by Jonathan Law. They'll get it back. Looking for pass forward. That was an attempted through ball. It fell to Berg now. Here's Braden Hennessy. One goal already. Looking for a foul there. Not a ton of contact, but he was hoping to get something out of that. He did not, though. Coutinho. That'll go beyond the touchline. It'll be a Jonathan Law throw-in. Milano trying to put the pressure on this throw-in. Good throw there from Law, however it falls to Hennessy. Now Coutinho. Some pressure from behind. Sandra Sola now. Carson Williams. Gomez once more on the left. That'll be kicked out. Prep throw-in to come. Williams to take. Plenty of options for the throw-in. Patrick Flynn having to fight for it near the corner flag. He comes out with it. Really good job there. Center solo. Milano. Milano shoots straight to the hands of the keeper, so nothing on that one, but Jesuits. We're just going to see a quick replay of that possible foul. Nothing was called there. Yeah, looked like it may have been a bit of a late tackle there from the Law defender, but the referee did not see a problem with it, so play continued, of course. Jonathan Law now with chance to possibly get some momentum going. Passing is certainly lacking for Law. They have the good positioning, and their defense has been fairly decent so far, but the passing is really killing them out here. They've passed almost every single through ball straight to a Jesuits defender, so they haven't been able to make much of any of their chances going forward. But Patrick Flynn. Coutinho now. Jesuits really taking their time. They don't have to go too fast. Jonathan Law, defender, goes to ground there, but certainly no foul from the Jesuits.
Nice piece of skill from Coutinho there to get the ball in between two defenders.
Looked like Carson Williams actually had to evade the referee there. He was running for that ball, and he had to dodge the official who was standing in his way.
We have two substitutions, Jaden Hilton and Colin Hartsburg coming on. Fabian Gomez and Joey Sandersola coming off. We'll see what they're playing. I believe it's going to be Jaden Hilton on the left wing and Colin in the midfield for Sandersola.
That was crossed in for Hennessy. Berg trying with the volley. He missed that one, though. Shot taken. A good save by the keeper. That almost went over, but it looked like it might have been going into the back of the net there. Looks like the officials have said that no touch was taken by the keeper. So that'll actually be a goal kick, not a corner, as we expected. Like Berg and Law midfielder there clashed heads for a moment. They continue playing. Jaden Hilton has come on now. He had a hat trick of assists Tuesday evening against Cross, so we'll see what he can do today. Carson Williams now on the left side looking for a cross in. Decides to run. He was looking for Milano there. It'll fall to Hennessy. Hennessy getting by his man. Looking for a shot. He gets it off. Deflected off the goalkeeper. Cleared away by Law. It'll be a Jesuits throw-in.
Way too easy there for Hennessy to get past his man.
Callum Wilson. Looking for Hilton. That was blocked by Jonathan Law. Callum Wilson once more. To Coutinho. Tackled. Back to Flynn. Flynn having to pass. Williams now. That'll go behind. It'll be a corner kick for the Jesuits. I think so far here's a replay of that earlier shot. Decent save by the keeper, but Jesuits were there to kick it in. It was cleared away at the last second. But Jonathan Law really doing a lot of last-ditch defending here. Certainly probably a lot of panic from their back line every time the Jesuits get anywhere near the box. But so far they've done a good job keeping the Jesuits to one goal. About 20 minutes left in the first half. Corner taken. Looking for heads. Coutinho comes out with it. Not too much power on that shot. Connor Day now. A little bit out of position. He's pretty far up. Ooh, another save from the goalkeeper. That shot by Braden Hennessy blocked. Got a lot of power on that one. Coutinho looking interesting today. Normally he has fantastic shot with tons of power on it. He got a goal a few weeks ago. Fantastic free kick, and then this past Tuesday he got one, but not too much power from him this afternoon. Here's a replay of that shot by Braden Hennessy. There's lots of power on that one. did not ultimately go in. The keeper doing a good job to once more keep the Jesuits to 1 goal.
So far, we've seen 3 different takers in that same corner for the Jesuits. Griffin, Fabian.
Bit of a high cross there. Law clears. Hartsburg trying to get there. He's wearing a brace on his left knee, but unbothered. He'll continue to play, of course. Connor Day now, passing back to Mazzarella. Back to Day, making a run up the left wing. Jaden Hilton, he slips and falls, but a whistle comes from the officials. It'll be a Jesuits free kick. Not sure if that was a foul or not. Kind of just looked like he fell down there, but play will continue with a free kick. Hennessy now. Looked like the officials calling these fouls, not allowing too much room for some bending of the rules this afternoon. They've now called 2 fouls, which I would say were pretty soft, but teams just going to have to get used to this refereeing style. Carson Williams looking for it. Cross in.
I believe it was because Patrick Flynn, before releasing the ball, got pushed in the back there, so that's why the ref called the foul.
Let's see a replay of that actually right here. Yeah, it looked like he just slipped there, so not sure that was the correct call there, but Jonathan Law has been using some hands, and we've seen a little bit of shirt tugging so far, so possibly that's what was called, not the fall itself, but no effect on the game, so. Williams now considering. Crossed in. Hennessy was there, but that cross had a little too much speed on it. He wasn't able to get there.
Corner for the Jesuits, and it's going to be Jaden Hilton over it. Fairfield Prep keeps on opting for the in-swingers here. I think they're going to be aiming for the back post again, like always.
You see there, Hennessy almost got his foot on it, but he knew there was a deflection by Law, so he let that go out, and they'll try to take advantage of this corner kick. Hilton takes, and too much height on that, almost to the head of Callum Wilson. He has some fantastic height, which has helped him score some really great header goals in the past, but this one too high for him. Jonathan Law making another substitution. 2 men on this time. Yeah, that cross was just a little bit over the head of Callum Wilson, but good look from Jaden Hilton nonetheless. Play continues. Goal kick. Coutinho, not sure where he was shooting there. That'll go straight to the hands of the goalkeeper, who decides not to pick it up until Hilton makes him.
An audacious attempt at a volley there from Coutinho. If it went in, would have been a beauty, but not able to connect.
Well, Coutinho certainly knows he can take his chances from far out. As again, we saw against Cross, he made a goal from what amounts to be the 25-yard line if we're talking American football. But a really fantastic goal there, straight past the keeper to put the Jesuits ahead. It was the second goal of last game, but so far he hasn't been able to make much of an impact here today. We'll see if he's able to do so. Still 15 minutes left in this first half. Tennessee now trying to get a shot off, but Law doing a good job to defend him and prevent him from scoring. It'll be a Law goal kick.
Great cross from Jaden Hilton there. Picture perfect. Right into Braden Hennessy's thigh. Unable to get a great shot off.
It's a great cross by Williams. Law really did a great job there. Have to give him credit for that one. The Jesuits didn't make too many mistakes there, but Law were able to handle it. That'll be a Jesuits throw and Hennessy to take to Hartsburg. Hennessy, quick 1-2. Hartsburg now. Patrick Flynn. Berg. Milano. Flynn unable to get it. Not sure that was a foul. Looked like number 10 just went to ground there. He knew he could draw that foul. this refereeing crew certainly calling some fouls softer than what we saw last game. Nothing to be concerned about, just a different refereeing style here tonight. Both teams needing to adapt, of course. Callum Wilson. Hennessy. Milano's open. He chooses Patrick Flynn. Quick 1-2. Coutinho with pressure to Hilton. Hilton not able to take a good touch there. It falls to Law. Berg comes in. Law does come out with it. Looking for a pass there, but it's denied by Connor Day. Hartsburg. Hennessy. Milano. Trying to keep it in. Looks like he got the last touch there, so it'll be another Law goal kick.
Looks like we have Homero Rivadeneira lining up at the halfway line.
Just to see a replay here. Looks like there's definitely a late tackle there, but not too much contact between the two players, but the Law midfielder did go to ground, so Patrick Flynn, a little bit of pushing there, nothing called. Hennessy. Taking his time, really absolutely no pressure from Jonathan Law whatsoever. Hartsburg. Milano now needing to cross. No one is there. That's going to be cleared away by Law. It'll be a Jesuits throw-in. Hartsburg taking this one. And looks like Homero Rivadeneira will be coming on for Griffin Milano. They'll have Milano take a seat. We'll see if he returns in the second half. Hennessy restarting play for the Jesuits. Berg now. Hennessy trying to cross it. Looked like a possible handball there, but nothing called. Throw in. Flynn pressured. It'll be yet another Jesuits throw in. Opts for a different direction this time. Callum Wilson with the ball. It's Connor Day. Looking for what seemed to be Jaden Hilton there, but once more intercepted by Jonathan Law. They've been doing a really good job defending here today. The Jesuits have looked very strong on offense, so Law certainly up to the task. Hilton moving forward, able to get by his man. He's crossing it. Looking for Coutinho there, intercepted once again. That'll be a Jesuits throw. Jesuits starting to turn up the heat on Jonathan Law. Connor Day looking for options. Carson Williams now on the left side looking for a cross. Moving into the 18. Here's Patrick Flynn. Patrick Flynn looking for a shot. He's defended well. That'll be a corner kick for the Jesuits.
It's a tough low block for the Jesuits to break down. Too many men in the box.
Of that. Patrick Flynn did a good job to get through the defense there and was able to draw the corner kick. Corner taken short. Swung in by Connor Day. That'll be cleared away. No one there for the header from Law. It'll fall back to Hennessy. Passed in towards Hartsburg. No one there. Homero Rivadeneira on the rebound. Wasn't able to keep his shot in bounds. That'll go behind. The goal kick to come.
Colin did a good job there to get to the header first before the defender. Able to flick it on for Homero back post. Homero unable to put it in the net. It's a tough angle for him.
Really great cross there from Patrick Flynn to Hartsburg. Rivadeneira was just not able to get on the end of that there, but looks like now he's trying to get one for himself. Law once again clearing away. Williams gets it back though. Williams from distance, not too much power, not troubling the goalkeeper at all.
Carson seems to be hungry for a goal today. 2 shots already, two more than what he usually takes.
Well, certainly the Jesuits back line playing more of a playing their side, their left and right backs more as kind of left and right mids, if you can even call it that. They've been all over the pitch. Jonathan Law looked to be fouled possibly there, but he almost had an open chance on goal. Callum Wilson. Long ball towards Hennessy. Hennessy ends up with it. Law doing a good job to defend. That's going to go over the touchline. Jesuits throw to come. Again, Law doing a really great job so far to defend. They just haven't been able to produce much else. Almost every defense. A shot here from Wilson, and it's deflected over. Almost 2 for the Jesuits there. That looked pretty good from Callum Wilson from very far out. The Jesuits taking their chances, of course, from well outside the box. They seem to be learning that this Law defense is really strong inside of the penalty box. That had some speed, power, and curve on it there. But the keeper up to the task. Corner kick coming here. A little too low there. Jaden Hilton will come out with it. He's being pressured by Jonathan Law. Here's Hennessy. Williams. Williams looking for a cross there. No one there. Rivadeneira on the other side, crossing it back in towards Carson Williams. And that's offsides. Interesting positioning from the official near the goal line right now. Looked like he was almost in the way of Carson Williams. He didn't touch the ball.
I believe it was the right decision. Looked like Carson was outside of the field.
I believe that was actually called as an offside offense. It just looked like he was actually very close to the official, which of course happens sometimes, can't be everywhere, but interesting, something to watch. Rivadeneira looking for another shot, but Law getting in there at the last second. Another corner to come for the Jesuits. And substitutions coming on now. One for Law, one for the Jesuits.
Somebody should give Nick Maz a chair. He hasn't done anything.
Yeah, I said in the last game, same thing with Ambrosio. Basically just needed a chair and some popcorn to watch the whole thing unfold. Nick Maz not troubled at all here so far. Law will certainly hope to change that, but Jesuits doing a good job. Corner kick to come for Fairfield Prep. Jaden Hilton taking us. A little bit different positioning here. That's taken fairly high. Looked like Wilson with the header. Wilson another header. Berg with a shot. That's too high, and that'll go behind for another goal kick for Jonathan Law. Certainly getting lucky. These shots have been fairly high from the Jesuits this afternoon. Yeah, really good header there, and Berg certainly had some power on it. Looked like he just struck it a little too low on the ball, and it went up, and away. Berg almost had the tackle there, but he was megged. Rivadeneira now out, and that's just beyond the touchline. He almost had some open space to run there, but wasn't able to keep it in. Berg intercepts that pass to Coutinho. Not too many defenders. He's taking his time. Probably could have got a shot off there, but Williams again from distance, and a really good save from the goalkeeper there. He's been up to the task after that first goal. That was looking pretty good from Carson Williams. Not too much power, but definitely finessed it there. And keeper had to reach for that one. Jesuits still kept to 1-0. Hilton taking the corner again. Little high there. No one is able to get to it. His corners have been a little bit high, but certainly have some good curve on them and in the right area. Just have to keep those a little less height on them in the future. And that'll go behind. It'll be a corner kick for the Jesuits. Ben Domino's come on for the Jesuits. Here's a replay of that cross in from him. Keeper seeming to have some trouble. Williams, and that'll be a corner kick. Williams had the header on it.
Fairfield Prep's 8th corner of the game now. It's going to be Braden Hennessy over
to take,
this one.
yeah. Looked like they want to take it short. Domino coming close. They do. 1-2 back to Hennessy. Crossing it in. Berg was there. Keeper had to bobble it a little bit. He comes out with it. But now the Jonathan Law goalkeeper has had some pretty good saves here tonight. But, of course, that first goal was a result of a rebound off of his gloves. So, see that Hennessy cross in. He was able to get his hands on it in the end. Carson Williams now on the left side. Quick play there. Now with Hennessy. Hennessy with plenty of options. Chooses Coutinho. Coutinho to Rivadeneira. A little bit of pushing there from Law. Nothing called. Jaden Hilton now. Law really pressuring the Jesuits offense here. They don't want them to get anywhere inside the 18-yard box. Throw and taken. Con Hartsburg now on the right side. Rivadeneira looking to be offsides a little bit there. Good pass in. Berg now had some space. Coutinho looking for a shot. He takes it. Not enough power, not enough height. And that's straight to the keeper. Took a little too much time, I think, on that one. Had the opportunity for a quick one touch, but he opted to control it. Not sure how the other decision would have come out, but just under 2 minutes left in the first half here. Jesuits leading by 1. Jonathan Law possibly looking to get one back before the half, but the Jesuits overall have kept them well away from the goal. Although possibly a chance here. Trying to pass it in, but straight to Mazzarella. He'll drop it to Callum Wilson. Hartsburg now with speed on the left side. Coutinho with some pressure from behind. He's going to switch it across to Homero Rivadeneira. That's cleared away by Jonathan Law. Just a minute now. Callum Wilson. And once more cleared away by Jonathan Law. Jesuits get it back. And Hartsburg goes to ground. That wasn't the best play there from Jonathan Law. Kick taken quickly. Jesuits want to get one before the half. Yet another, I should say. Rivadeneira from distance. That's wide. Hartsburg was trying to run away, and Law, midfielder, kicked him in the back of the knee, nowhere near the ball, so I'd say he's lucky to come away with that one with just a verbal warning from the official. 10 seconds left now. Law not going to play it. And that's going to do it for the first half here from Rafferty Stadium. Jesuits leading by 1, but certainly less than we thought they would be. Of course, they came off this last game against Cross on Tuesday, 7-0 win, and that was one of their rivals. They're now playing a team who haven't won a game this season and seem to be struggling a little bit. I'd say for Law, they can certainly be happy with their defense. They've done a good job here this afternoon to keep the Jesuits to 1 goal. Obviously, the Jesuits have some really great goal scorers. And we will be back in just a few minutes after this quick break for second half action here from Rafferty Stadium. The halftime score, Fairfield Prep 1, Jonathan Law 0. And welcome back from Rafferty Stadium. Jesuits leading 1-0. Second half about to kick off here. Jesuits not up as much as they'd like to be. They were hoping to be up by certainly a few goals or more, but they are still ahead, 1 goal, and they will hope to improve on that in the next 40 minutes. And, of course, Jonathan Law, who've been defending the Jesuits' offense very well, will hope to get 1 back and possibly more. They're going to be looking for a win here, or even a tie. They have not won a game, and they haven't tied a game either. They have lost all 7 of their season games, so they want to improve that record, no doubt.
Jonathan Law, they've done well so far to absorb all that pressure from the Jesuits, to only concede 1 goal for 40 minutes after 13 shots on goal and 8 corners. And we all know how the Jesuits can be deadly from set pieces, corners especially. Scoring 2 last game against Wilbur Cross. But hopefully the Jesuits are able to open the game up a little bit more. Wilbur Cross go forward, and that will allow the Jesuits to score more than only 1 goal in the half.
Jesuits seem to have the same lineup that they did in the first half. Fabian Gomez already shot off, blocked by the goalkeeper. Carson Williams looking for the rebound. It's cleared away by Jonathan Law. They now are on the right wing, moving forward, looking to counter. That's a poor pass there. It falls to Jesuits' feet.
Jonathan Law already seemed to be trying to connect up more passes than they did that whole first half on the counter. Usually they would just boot it up, but there they try to find the striker. Move quickly.
Connor Day now. Carson Williams. Forward looking for Coutinho. Coutinho not really going to be able to get there. It looked like he wasn't really trying too much there. Law defender went all out with a sprint there. It'll be a corner kick for the Jesuits. Switched halves, of course.
Grimace over the corner.
Milano now at the corner. Looked like Coutinho was going to try a bicycle there. He wasn't able to do that. Hennessy almost had a header. He goes to ground. Nothing called by the official. He's not happy with that. Although he was in the way of the goalkeeper, so definitely not a foul there. Hartsburg now moving in with speed. That's cleared away by Law.
Patrick Flynn over the throw-in.
Law now looking a little better on control. That's a good pass there. Getting by Williams, a little bit of pushing there. Williams does make the tackle, and that's cleared away by the Jesuits, but that was looking dangerous there. Goalkeeper had to think about that for a moment. Law wanting to take advantage of the momentum they just got there. Had to slide in. Quick 1-2 back. Hartsburg with a good pass. Flynn now to Williams on the left side. He's going with speed. Gomez is open. Gomez near him, holding back. Williams looking for a cross in. That's going to be blocked and cleared away by Jonathan Law. That's kicked back. Not great passing there. A little bit of miscommunication between goalkeeper and his defenders. That's a high cross in towards Fabian Gomez. Patrick Flynn has it. Berg being pressured. He's able to come out with it. Hennessy was on the right side making a run, but pass was intercepted. Jesuits throw in to come. Throw in taken. Crossed in towards Gomez. Flynn with the rebound, but not enough power on it. It'll go straight to the goalkeeper.
Prep unable to connect cleanly with any of their shots that are right next to the goalkeeper. Needing some target practice.
Goalkeeper taking his time here. And that's a pretty high kick there. That'll go right out at the halfway line. Carson Williams taking a throw in. Jesuits, 2 men in the back. Basically everyone else is forward, so they're definitely looking to get some points here. They are coming in this half on fire. Williams able to get there. Bit of a kicking contest. 3 people down. Nothing called by the official. Play on, so that means Jesuits were caused the foul there. Not sure who did what when, but it will be Jonathan Law free kick. But three guys went down there.
Unbelievable call from the referee.
Carson Williams headed that. Yeah, it definitely looked like the first foul may have been by Carson Williams, although I'm not sure it was enough to bring him to ground. Nonetheless.
Colin Hartsburg was scissor kicked there. I don't know how. Ended up with Jonathan Law ball.
Jesuits with the chance to counter. Milano moving forward on the right side with speed. Looking for options. He's being pressured. It's a good tackle from Law there. Now Coutinho. Coutinho looking for passing. Milano again. Milano trying to get a shot off. It's going to fall to Jonathan Law. They're going to kick it away. Berg coming into pressure. He gets the tackle. Here's Patrick Flynn now fighting his man. That's a little too much power there, and that's going to go out. Law throw-in to come. Quickly kicked out once more by Carson Williams. Another Law throw-in to come.
Law yet to get a shot.
Out once more. Another Law goal kick. Or excuse me, throw-in. Jesuits forced to kick it out again. Law now with a chance to make an impact. Carson Williams playing really physical there, doing a great job. Fabian Gomez now. Braden Hennessy with plenty of space. Milano with a passing option for him. Good through ball there. Looking for more. Gomez now on the edge of the 18, looking for a pass in. He shoots, and the goalkeeper gets his fingertips on it. It'll be a corner kick for the Jesuits. But a really great run of play there, and Jesuits almost had 2.
Good save from the goalkeeper. Stretched his whole body there to be able to reach it.
And certainly a really great shot by Fabian Gomez. Goalkeeper really improving after his deflection caused the Jesuits to get one ahead, but he has not faltered since. He punches that one away. Hartsburg on the right side looking for some options. Patrick Flynn too much on that pass. It'll be a goal kick for Jonathan Law. It's a replay of that pass. See Hartsburg just put a little too much on it. Unable to get it to the feet of Patrick Flynn. Day fighting for it. Carson Williams, nothing called there from the official. Certainly it was a hard tackle in, but that was all shoulders, so no foul play. Gomez now. You saw there Carson Williams just really great physicality. Here's Coutinho with a chance in. Jesuits now on the right side. Callum Wilson looking for some long passing options. He's looking for Gomez again, trying to get the volley off. He still has it. He still has some options. Now he's going to try to pass it. He was looking for Milano there. It's deflected back to him, though. Hartsburg. Milano in the face, like that hit him, and the officials will stop the clock there. Make sure he is all right. Looked like he got hit in the nose by the deflected ball there. And he's going to take a moment to recover. Not too much concern there. The athletic training staff didn't need to come out for that one. He just needed a moment to recover.
Looks like refs are going to give a drop kick. Drop ball. Law goalkeeper picks it up. I think he's out of his box. And he didn't realize he went out of his box.
Yeah, that's not a good mistake to be making. Coutinho's trying to shoot it there. That wasn't a. That was very chaotic. Now there's a Jonathan Law player down. That was hectic and unusual. You don't see that. Goalkeepers, pretty rare to see a goalkeeper not be aware that he's outside of his box. Although, of course, the field at Rafferty Stadium, the soccer lines are yellow and pretty faded. They blend in, so in this bright sun,
Can be confusing.
could be understandable. But Coutinho had an opportunity. He tried to take it quickly, and really kind of just like he was shooting it, not really at anything because it deflected right off of a Jonathan Law defender, and the refs blew that play dead. Stop anything further from happening. They're now having to explain to Jesuits forwards that there was no foul play there. They're disappointed about that one, but
Looks like, let's see if the goalkeeper makes the same mistake this time.
I think after the first time, he's going to be hyper aware now. But certainly an understandable thing to do on a field like this. Bright sun, yellow blends into green, so can't fault him too much there. He'll just have to be more aware of it next time. Lucky for him, nothing came of it, despite the Jesuits' attempt to get a goal out of the chaotic play. Patrick Flynn now. Really haven't seen too many Jesuits substitutes come on. They brought on Jaden Hilton in the first half, Ben Domino, and a few others, but really Coach Rodriguez has kept the lineup here the same throughout. Certainly some talent sitting on the bench over there, so we'll see if any of them are selected to come on and try to assist the Jesuits in some more goals here. Just passing the 10-minute mark in the second half, 30 minutes to go. Fabian Gomez looking for some options. Hennessy trying to shoot from far out. That's going to be deflected. Gomez with another shot. He's looking for something, but he won't get it. That was inside the box. Looked like a possible handball, but nothing called. Passed cleanly by the goalkeeper, Nick Mazzarella. Callum Wilson now. Powerful pass there to Fabian Gomez. He's unable to keep possession of it, but it will fall back to Carson Williams. He's going to run outside to get into position. Looking, had some curve on it, but that went straight and far wide there. But Gomez trying to help the Jesuits, just getting some shots off. We'll see a replay of that shot. He was really looking. Initially, I thought it had the spin on it to possibly go somewhere near the corner of the goal there, but it ended up going straight and behind for a goal kick for Jonathan Law.
Took that last touch a little too far out for him to get the connection that he really wanted there.
Callum Wilson came in there with some strength. He's lucky to come out with that. No contact, of course. Jaden Hilton. Fabian Gomez there. Jaden Hilton passing to Coutinho. Coutinho trying to get out of pressure, and that'll be deflected off Jaden Hilton. Falls back to Jonathan Law, who clears it away. Connor Day is there to regain possession, but now Law back with it, trying to get a counter. Flynn doing a good job to defend, prevent any forward movement. Long ball taken, Hilton has it now. Hennessy. Williams on the left side, good through ball there. Now he's moving forward. Some speed for the Jonathan Law defender. He's going to shoot straight to the hands of the keeper there, but that had some swing on it.
Carson's fourth shot of the game.
He's been playing well, certainly as a left back for this team. He's up and down the wing, really more of a midfield type of player despite his position on the lineup sheet. Law trying to keep it down, looking for any chance they can, but Jesuits shut down every single one. Hennessy looking. He has options. He chooses. Milano now. Coutinho. Now with Gomez. Gomez with lots of people around him. Not too many options for him. He kind of lost track of the ball there. That's going to be cleared away by Jonathan Law. It'll be a Jesuits throw-in. Jesuits really not too spread out here. They keep getting bunched up near the edge of the 18, and that's where they are faltering. Hilton now looking for possibly a shot there. It looked to be deflected. It'll be a corner for the Jesuits. That had some good power on it. It was going towards goal, but deflected in the end by Jonathan Law.
Griffin over the corner.
Good cross there. Flynn, and it's wide. Jesuits having some problems with shooting here today. They've been able to get shots off. Some of them were pretty powerful, but they're all going wide and not really troubling the Jonathan Law goalkeeper all that much. So they're going to have to reconsider that. They are still up 1-0, but they definitely don't want that to be the final margin here.
Joey Sandersola comes on for Fabian.
We saw Sandersola shine the other night against Cross. He was brought on and was really playing quite well, helping the Jesuits get to that 7-0 victory. Very different look for them here tonight. I think they probably came into this game with a lot more confidence and maybe got a little too confident, and they're now finding that Law is a bit better than they initially thought. Law trying to get through. Jesuits doing a good job defending, but having to think about it. Callum Wilson clearing it away, but that's not a great clearance. That'll fall back to Law. Coutinho now looking for passing. Trying to get it to Hennessy. Hennessy gets there, but it wasn't the best of passes. That'll be a Jesuits throw-in.
With Joey Sandersola coming on, it seems like Jaden's been moved to the left wing, and Sandersola's moved into the 8 position. It's another throw-in for the Jesuits. Patrick Flynn over it.
Sandersola trying to get his foot in there. Law with a chance to counter. Trying to get it forward. Jesuits back line clears it up. Patrick Flynn now doing a good job to keep possession there. Hoping to draw a foul. Callum Wilson with a good pass. Switching that to Jaden Hilton, who's been moved to the left wing position. Williams coming around, giving him options. Jaden Hilton now with plenty of space. He shoots, but that's dead center of the goal, not troubling the keeper at all. They really need to work here on making the keeper stretch for some of these shots. They've played plenty of them to his hands and not to the other parts of the goal. You saw there, really didn't have to think too much about it.
It's forced onto his weak foot. It's a tough shot from there.
Milano now. Forward to Coutinho, back to Milano. Quick 1-2. That's likely going to be offsides, and it is. Hennessy just too far forward, past the second defender. Yeah, you saw there, Hennessy got a little too invested in his run there and sort of ignored the offsides line. It's a good kick forward by Jonathan Law. Day unable to get it. Williams now going to have to fight for it, and no foul. It looked like something. There wasn't really a play for the ball there. Law player is down. Jesuits trying to counter. Coutinho has it, looking for options. He's going to choose Sanders Sola now. Sanders Sola, Milano. Milano moving inwards. Trying to get by. Looked like Law is looking for a handball there, and it'll be a goal kick nonetheless. Interesting run of play there, though. Almost looked as if Carson Williams fouled Law forward.
Seems like Aaron Hogan has been warming up for the Jesuits for approximately like 30 minutes. Hopefully he'll get in.
Yeah, he's definitely a really great player. Hope to see him subbed in here in a few moments, but nothing yet. Law looking a little more threatening now on the offensive side of things. Jesuits still doing a good job on the defensive end. Santersola now to Hilton. Hilton has options in the box. That's going to be punched away by the goalkeeper. Milano heading towards the corner flag. That's saved at the last second. Almost was a corner, but it will be a throw-in now.
The Jesuits opting for their first outswinger of the game. Oh, no. Griffin comes off of a corner, and Jaden Hilton comes on it. Going for another in-swinger. Callum sprinting up the field.
Nick Mazzarella trying to get his players up. They're going to want a goal here now. That's a very high cross and actually not even inside, so it'll be a goal kick. But on that corner, Carson Williams was the last line of defense. Everyone else was forward, so that could have ended badly had the Jesuits not handled it correctly. Looked like that was a very narrow cross in and may have gone in for a moment, but swung out quickly then after. That'll go beyond the touch line. Another Jesuits throw-in now. 20 minutes left in the game. Jesuits still only up by 1. Throw-in taken to Nick Mazzarella. Milano. Hennessy now. Law. 2 Jesuits defenders on him. And that's a really poor foul there. Jesuits kick to come. Both players ended up on the ground there, but Santersola, now Williams. To Jaden Hilton now. Callum Wilson. Back to Hilton. Almost offsides, nothing there. Hilton crossing it in, and that went out at the last moment. That'll be a goal kick. Hilton was looking good there. He had some speed and certainly options in front of goal, but nothing comes of it. Hilton again, passing towards Patrick Flynn. Patrick Flynn with pressure to Coutinho. Berg. Santersola. Callum Wilson now taking his chances. Oh, what a goal! That was a fantastic look from the defender, Callum Wilson. What a shot. That was almost as perfect as it gets. Taken from far out, and the Jesuits now are up 2. They have a bit more of a cushion than they did just a few moments ago. Callum Wilson, that's his 3rd goal this week, the first of this game, and adding on to the 2 he had against Wilbur Cross. Honestly, the back line of this Jesuits team has basically been the stars of the show. Obviously, their forwards are talented, no doubt, but back line has been supporting both offensively and defensively. Jonathan Law now with work to do. A little more pressure on the Jesuits now. Hilton, good job to get it out.
I noticed a couple minutes before that goal, Coach Rodriguez told Callum to move up the field into midfield. And with that comes a goal, a banger that as well from Callum Wilson.
Jonathan Law crossing it in. That had some people in front of goal. They're going to try to take a shot here. Not a great touch there. Jesuits defense having to work a little harder now. Law wants one back. They're going to have to get at least 2 to avoid a loss here. 17 minutes left. Jesuits now moving forward with purpose. Crossing it in towards Berg. That's going to be cleared out at the last second. Aaron Hogan been subbed on. He's already trying to make his mark. Passing it to Hennessy. Cleared away. Santersola.
Looks like the Jesuits have moved into a 3-back. They're looking for more goals.
Hennessy, almost a really good through ball there to Aaron Hogan, but it seems like he thought he may have been offsides. That'll go behind for a goal kick. But certainly the Jesuits, I don't think they're going to be incredibly happy with themselves. Obviously, a win is a win, but as we said, Coach Rodriguez wanted more and many more. They got it against Creer. They got it against Cross. Doesn't look like they're going to get too many here against Law. But so far looking like the dominant team, and they most likely going to come out with the win. Still 16 minutes left, though, so nothing guaranteed yet. Carson Williams on the left side. More shot. Ooh, that had some good spin on it, but that's too high. Just over the bar, though. Really good look from Williams. He's had a few really great shots tonight. It's better as it. Callum Wilson now looking for, not sure if he was looking for Coutinho or Hilton there, went basically directly between the two of them, and it'll be a goal kick. 15 minutes left now.
Goalkeeper with 0 urgency.
Yeah, not something I would say is a great thing. Obviously, Law's defense has been fairly locked down today. They are losing 2-0, of course, but I'd say that's more on their forwards than it is on their back line. The back line has really done all they can today. But Law not really moving with much urgency whatsoever. They need 2 goals to avoid another loss, but doesn't look like they have any concern. It's going to be a throw-in for Jonathan Law. Pretty deep in their own half, though, so throw-in taken. Too much height on it. It falls to Day. Day clears it, and it'll go over. Another throw-in to come for Jonathan Law. Throw-in coming. Good power on that end distance. Day heads it out again. Law progressing down the sideline. Oh, with a open chance on goal. Milano last-ditch defending, trying to clear it away. That was not good communication from the Jesuits' back line there. Out of character for them. They've usually dialed in. That play does end with a goal kick, but Jesuits had some concern for a few moments.
Griffin moving up with the ball. Sprays it out to Hennessy. And the ball makes its way back into the midfield to Callum.
Wilson now on the left side. Trying to break through this back line. It falls to Coutinho. Coutinho, not great touch there. It's clear to get away again. Milano moving back in. Cleared away again by Jonathan Law.
Jesuits just passing the ball around. Little to no pressure from Jonathan Law. Aaron Hogan looking for Berg. Unable to connect down that right-hand flank. And leads to Jonathan Law throwing.
Santersola now. Seems to be some sort of a foul. They're not sure what it was, but free kick now for Jonathan Law. Just over 10 minutes left now. Jonathan Law looking less and less likely to get anything out of this one.
Whopping 0 shots for them today, compared to the Jesuits' 19.
Again, though, nothing impossible. Just last year, we actually saw Jesuits leading by 2 goals at the half, and they ended up tying. I believe it was a Daniel Hand game, 2-2. So, of course, nothing impossible. But based on what these teams have looked like today, the Jesuits have maybe lacking a little bit on offense, but their defense locked in. Honestly, this game has been defensive from both teams.
Brian Zogo comes on for Joey Santersola. Zogo moves to the 9. And Coutinho looks like he moves into midfield. A deeper role for him than usual.
Yeah, in later stages of the game, Coach Rodriguez starting to make some changes here, see if he can get some fresh legs on the pitch and see if there's any last-minute goals to be seen. Coutinho now. Crossing it in. Wilson now. He's going to shoot. Shooting from distance. Almost another one. It was wide, but he almost had it. There was power on that one. That was almost a brace for the center back and the captain. That was a really, really great look. Keeper had to think about it for sure. Still 2 goals for the Jesuits. Jonathan Law, coach, starting to try to get his players to have some more urgency here. 10 minutes left for them to get anything, if at all. Williams intercepts. Aaron Hogan now on the left wing. Connor Day. Wilson to Hennessy now on the right side with space and options. Coutinho now. Coutinho trying to shoot. Again, not enough power on it. And keeper not troubled all that much. Although certainly looked better than some of his earlier shots tonight. See that? He had a good look, but again, a little bit more finesse than it was power, and I think power is what he needed there. Callum Wilson with the header. Offsides there. Looked like he was offsides, came back on, but referee catching him there. Law starting to turn up the pace a little bit, hoping to get something. Just under 9 in the game now.
It's going to be Jesuits throwing deep in their own half.
Jesuits definitely slowing things down here. They're going to just try to run out the clock for the most part. They are up 2. They don't need any more, as much as they might like it. I think they can take another win on the season. Assuming these results hold, they will move to 4-3-3 on the season. Law will move to 0-8. Jesuits also will continue their home winning streak. 4 games in, they will have won 3, tied 1 at home here in Fairfield. Jaden Hilton, Coutinho now, with pressure to Hennessy. Hennessy now. And that's miles offside for Zogo here. Although certainly a good run from him, trying to get his name on the board after being subbed in. Certainly not seeing too many substitutions, though, from the Jesuits tonight. A few weeks ago, we were seeing them almost every 5 minutes, but there really hasn't been much change in the lineup here.
And this is going to be Jonathan Law's first corner kick of the game. Let's see if they'll do anything with it. Make the game a little interesting.
Jonathan Law going to hope to get something back here. Crossing in. Quickly headed away, but not too much there. And finally cleared away by Jaden Hilton. Anya Zogo now making a run, going to try to get something. He's still going. Keeper, no urgency. Oh, he almost had something there. Didn't get it in the end, but Hennessy now. Moving up the right wing with speed. A little bit of trouble with balance there. Cleared away again by Law. 6 minutes to go now. Hennessy to Coutinho. Coutinho crossing it in. Zogo was there, but defended well by Law. Cleared away once more. Milano. He didn't really push him to ground there, but that'll be called as a foul by the Jesuits. Law with a kick to come. Surprising to see that Jonathan Law really still playing a fairly strong back line. And these defenders are only starting to move forward now in the late stages of this game. Williams. Hogan there. Not offsides, but it is intercepted. Law comes out with it again. They have options. They're going to cross it, but that was too much inside, and the Jesuits have it again. Towards the midfield. 5 minutes to go now. And Hilton goes down there. Just seeing a Law player sitting down. Not sure if he's injured or what, but one of their right, and yeah, the official will call for a stoppage here. Looks like possibly a cramp of some sort. So we'll take a moment now. Both teams with a second to rest. Saw Hilton go down there, but not too much contact, so not a foul called. Training staff comes out, taking a look at him. He seems to be all right, but Law certainly in a difficult position. He gets up under his own strength, so he will come off, however. 4.5 left in this one. Jesuits leading 2-0. These results most likely to hold based on how we've seen the teams play, but we'll see how the next 4.5 go. Be a dropped ball for Jonathan Law here.
Brian Zerga with that Dembele press technique.
Hennessy gets there, looking for forward movement there, and cleared away by Law. Jesuits throwing to come. Coutinho through the half. Pass towards Zogo, having to cut outside. That's going to be a foul on Zogo. Not really sure what it was there. Kind of just looked like they collided, but either way, foul on the Jesuits.
Looked like a shoulder to shoulder to me.
Yeah, it definitely looked like the Law defender went down with a little more intensity than he was pushed, but the official saw it as a foul. Jesuits right back at it, though. Hilton. Hogan with plenty of options to cross in. He might try to shoot here. He's going to take a shot, but looked like some sort of weird hybrid between a shot and a attempted cross in. And goalkeeper wasting time here. Not a decision that I think I would make in that position. Down 2 with 3 minutes left. I'd be trying to get any goal I could, even if it was a consolation one at best. Again, really Law not looking like they have too much urgency. Really powerful pass from Wilson, but it's just a few inches offside for Aaron Hogan. But it was a good run and a good look from Callum Wilson. Still offsides. Jesuits struggled with that a little bit tonight. I think they're on their 3rd or 4th offside of the evening. Yeah, you saw there just a little bit too far ahead. Law now trying to get a chance here. They have it. They have a chance. He's going to go down. Good save from Mazzarella, but it falls back to Law. And that was just about the closest we got to seeing another Law or a Law goal at all. Although possibly a foul on Law inside the Jesuits box there. Yeah, looks like number 13 pushed Braden Hennessy to ground, but the officials did not call it. And Nick Mazzarella did a good job with his feet. I think that's the first save he's had to make all game, actually. He really hasn't had to do much. Law hoping to challenge him a little bit here in the next 1.5 minutes.
I believe that was Jonathan Law's first shot of the whole game.
Certainly the first shot on
Yeah.
goal. They may have had a few earlier, but I mean, again, this certainly defensive game for both teams. You got to be, although I think the Jesuits have to ask themselves, is they're struggling in this game because Jonathan Law's defense is good or because their offense is lacking? And I'd say it's probably more the latter because as we've seen the Jonathan Law shot there from Hilton, and that's straight to the keeper's hands. 1 minute left now. But certainly the Jesuits probably going to have to ask themselves some questions here because Jonathan Law, again, 0-7 on the season, so question still stands of whether this was a good performance by the Law defense or a lackluster performance by the Jesuits offense. Callum Wilson looking for Aaron Hogan. That would have been onside. Intercepted by Law. Trying to pass it there to Coutinho. Coutinho didn't have much urgency there to get to the ball. And Day's going to go down in midfield. That looked painful. Referee ushers the athletic trainer on. Day looks to be in quite a bit of pain here. Certainly not something you like to see in the dying seconds of a game. Jesuits, of course, are up. Looks like he has some sort of cramp there. Those hurt very badly, but hopefully no injury. Just something that can be remedied with some ice after the game.
As you guys just saw there, Brian Zogo skipping jug today to be here.
Day is going to come off under his own strength, but he was in quite a bit of pain there, it looked like. It's going to be a drop ball for Jonathan Law here. Really not much time to do anything, 20 seconds left. And the Jesuits are going to just hold on to it here, maybe try to get one more shot off. Tackled, and that will do it. Jesuits will win this one 2-0. And they look exhausted. This was a scrappy win, I'd say, for the Jesuits. Certainly not the difference they hope to see on the scoreboard at the end of this one, but they will move to 4-3-3 on the season, so not something to be disappointed in necessarily, but they were looking for more. They didn't get more. They'll have to definitely reevaluate some of their offensive decisions. Although I will say, for the Jesuits, the bright point of tonight was their defense. They were absolutely locked down on Jonathan Law. Didn't let them get a single shot off until the last minute. And Nick Mazzarella, with basically the first and only save of the game, kept a clean sheet. So we will be right back in just a few moments with our player of the game, but final here from Fairfield Prep 2, Jonathan Law 0. We will be back momentarily. And welcome back. We're going to go down to the field for our interview with our player of the game, number 21, Braden Hennessy.
I'm Hennessy, and today absolutely fantastic. And you got career magnet Hill House next on your schedule. What's it take to beat them?
You know, first of all, my goal today, pretty lucky, ball bounced in front of the goal. I feel like I had to score that one. Yeah, I mean, obviously today we had 22 shots, 2 goals, got to do better finishing. Against Career, same thing, got to beat up on them before we face Guilford.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. As for the defense, they shut out teams for the last 2 to 3 games. So how do you think you can take this moving forward?
Yeah, our defense has been really solid. It's probably been what's keeping us together when our offense has been struggling at times. So I feel like our defense is kind of what's going to get us motivated to do better up top scoring.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Karsten. And that's going to do it here from Rafferty Stadium. The final score, Jesuits 2, Jonathan Law 0. This is
dangerous, but they go inside to the crease. The cutter there is Griffin Raw.
and good night, everyone.